is just between us. Everything you do, 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 just between us.
Taking a moment, reach up and hands to heart, focusing on breath, rooting the hands and stretching back into a downward facing dog. Taking any extra movements that start to wake the legs, root the hands, listening to what your body needs right now. Rooting both heels, take it forward into plank. And let's go ahead and walk out to this plank as well. Opening through Achilles tendons, rooting through toes and heels, stepping forward with the right leg, lunging, stretching into the left hip flexor, opening right hamstring, fold forward any amount. Inhaling forward, stretching the left leg, left hip, and flexing the right foot, opening hamstring. Taking this as slow or as quick as you'd like. Pressing into a low lunge, hands on right knee. Scooping up the front core, arms rise if you'd like, or keeping them on the thigh. Reaching hands behind into circles. Adding any of those extra movements that feel good. Allowing your body to guide you. Reaching arms, crossing, finding the leg, and then tucking the back toes, stretching front hamstring. Let's face the front of the mat, opening into the backs of both legs. Maybe turning the head. Hands can rest on the floor or wrap around the ankles. As always, these are just suggestions. Maybe shifting a little bit more towards the right and left leg, alternating. Finding the breath. And coming to a lunge on the left side. Reaching, opening through the right hip flexor, stretching, folding over left hamstring, opening the back of the left leg. Lunging again, feeling length where we can, rooting into the feet, maybe flexing left foot, opening hamstring. Working through breath and length as we move into a low lunge. Untuck back toes, arms can rise or come into pressing on left thigh. Feeling front core scoop up, additional option to circle through arms or simply reach them towards the sky. Keep feeling right opening in that hip flexor, strength through left hamstring, front core, pulling in. Hands come to leg, resting and opening. Hands press down, tuck back toes, and reach into our forward fold. This time let's keep our legs turned out. Bend the knees and shift side to side, and then finding left knee bent. Trying to keep the left heel down, really rooting it. Switching sides, right heel down. This helps to keep the knee protected. Once again, left side, pressing the knee back if that feels good. You want to keep the alignment as correct as possible. Knees over ankles. And lunging again to the right side. Let's walk that foot out. Coming into a lizard lunge variation. Left elbow down or on the left hand, right arm reaches behind you. Staying there or grabbing the left foot into a quad stretch. Keeping the weight forward so it's off the left knee. Option to open up through the heart by twisting the head. Feel length in the neck. Breathing wherever you are. Softening the face. Gently releasing that foot down. And then finding it with the other hand. This is optional. Keep the weight over the left thigh so the knee is protected. Hand of the right side can come to the thigh. Releasing everything into a lunge. Coming back into a forward fold. Facing the center, bending the knees. Rocking side to side and changing. Left lunge, walking the left foot out more, lowering the right knee. Untuck the toes. Coming to right forearm, left arm reaches back. Either staying here, extending, opening, or bending back foot or back knee. Finding the foot and pulling it in. Left shoulder away from ear. Opening the heart if that feels good. Breathing. Releasing the left hand. Switching sides, right hand to right foot. Left hand can press into left thigh. Keep that front core lifted. Breathing, releasing down. Hands root. And bringing both feet together. Folding forward. Give yourself a hug or wrap the hands around the ankles. Open the spine, lengthen. Folding forward. Lengthen again. Feel that openness. Folding inwards. Bending the knees, reach the arms out to the sides. Hands clasped behind the back, lift the heart, folding forward. Staying here, bending the knees any amount, opening through the shoulders. Maybe swaying side to side, opening into deeper areas of the hamstring attachments. Hugging the legs, folding, and breathing. Bending the knees. And we'll find a seat. Legs extend towards the front. Keep the knees bent, however, rolling down, right knee into chest. Adding some circles. And with the left hand, keeping the left hip rooted into the earth. Want that stability, opening through right hamstring. Flexing or pointing, bending right knee. Opening right hamstring. Again, bending right and opening. If it feels better, left foot can rest on the mat. Crossing, opening into the IT band, pressing gently the right hip away. Coming back to center. And opening to the right side, pressing left hip down. Feeling the right sit bone root, bending right knee. Straightening through the leg, coming back to center, lifting the head, and releasing legs, heads, arms, both knees into the chest, squeezing into a tight ball. Inhale, lengthen long on the mat, left knee into the chest, taking other side, adding circles, or just finding that stillness. Each side may feel slightly different. embracing whatever arises. Straightening through the left leg, rooting right hip down, bending through left knee, and straightening. And bend, and straighten. Keeping the energy moving through the leg, crossing it over the body. Left arm expands long, or maybe presses the left hip, left thigh away, lengthening spine. Coming back to center, we'll take leg to the left, opening, pressing right hip down, bending the left knee, and straighten. Reaching, bringing that leg to center, lifting the head, squeezing in. Softly, gently release long on the mat. Both knees into the chest, squeezing into a tight ball. Inhale, releasing arms, feet, press, and cross right ankle over left thigh, threading the arms through, opening through the right hip. Gently pressing the right knee away, if that feels good. Option to extend the left hamstring, grabbing the foot, the ankle. So we're finding hamstring and right hip opener at the same time. Gently releasing, continuing to cradle the right shin, lifting the head, squeezing, opening, feeling that openness through the right glutes, the right hip. And release the head, breathing, exhale, softening, rocking the leg, adding little extra movements, micro movements that can help release any remnants of tension, pressing the right knee away. And we'll lower, shake that right leg out, switching sides, left ankle to right thigh, pressing the left knee away, threading the arms through. Either staying here or maybe rocking a little bit. Option to expand, extend through the right hamstring while pressing the left knee away. Keeping the neck relaxed. And releasing. Right leg is long on mat, cradling left shin in towards the face, the head. Adding gentle rocks. Trying to breathe. And finding figure four, both knees into chest. Finding the ankles, pulling them towards the face, pressing the knees away. Coming into happy baby. And then rocking a little bit on the spine. We'll take our spine flat. Left knee bends. Right leg expands to the side. Feel free to bend and straighten the right leg or stay still. Changing directions, right knee bends, left leg expands. Opening into the adductors, hamstrings, groin. Both legs can open or repeat one leg at a time, adding any bends to the knees that feel appropriate. Legs come together. And we'll take a twist. Gently lower the knees to the left. Right arm reaches out. Left arm can press into the thighs if this feels good. Option to expand through the right leg. A little more openness through the outer side of our right thighs. Adding swings if appropriate. Beginning to soften the breath even just a bit more. Legs come back to center, knees bend, taking twist on second side. Adding any of the options, pressing right arm into thighs. Option to expand through left leg. Or bending that left knee and finding the subtle swings to the left hip. Whatever twist variation feels appropriate for your spine and for your joints at this moment. Coming back to center, legs open wide, stretching, breathing. Legs come together. Then we'll take happy baby again. rolling over any way comfortable to find our way back seated, and then returning to downward dog. Lifting the right leg up towards the sky, opening the hip, dropping the heel, bringing right leg forward into our lunge. Reaching the right arm towards the sky, easy twist. Opening onto the outsides of both feet. If this feels comfortable, walking the left arm, the left hand a bit forward off the mat if necessary. Getting into that IT band, the entire side body of the left side. Pressing the right knee away if appropriate and returning back to our centered lunge, straightening, lifting the right leg. Downward facing dog, taking other side. We'll switch it all the way around. So right leg is in front. Come back to downward dog. Little transition, lifting left leg up, opening the hip, dropping the heel. Adding any circles to the ankle. And bring the left foot between the hands. Reaching into a twist. Left arm rises high. And rolling to the outsides of both feet. Keeping the feet flexed. Either staying here or walking the right hand slightly off the mat, forward. Option also to reach the left arm towards the back foot, honoring what the wrists need, honoring how the side body wants to stretch in your body right now. Coming back to lunge, downward facing dog. We'll slowly lower the knees, untuck the toes, taking a child's pose, opening up through the hands, really propping up on the fingertips, giving our wrists a bit of a break. Rocking side to side. And slowly rolling up the spine until we're seated on the heels. Lengthening through spine, arms rise. Shake everything out. Release, release. Standing, rolling up the spine. Arms rise up. And thank you.
Vas a olvidar. Yo he tenido tanto temor. ¿Para qué vas a olvidar? Si solo quiero tu amor. Es el alma que me dice luchar por una vida que vale la pena. Eso es amor, entiendo, amor. Y yo tengo perdón, yo te tengo perdón, que tengo más que eso. Yo te tengo amor, te quiero dar todo lo que tú quieras. Se llama corazón. Se llama. Eres mi corazón, eres mi corazón. Yo te quiero dar amor, entiéndelo. Te quiero dar mi perdón. Se llama. Es el alma que me dice que te siga. Es el alma que me dice que te siga.
Hey, let's stretch hip flexor, quad, and hammy all together. So we'll start in a lunge, knee over toes, reaching that back heel away. This starts to get into hip flexor. I recommend doing a little bit of rocking side to side or front and back, feeling what your body likes. And then we can bend this back knee, getting into that back Achilles tendon. We'll straighten the front knee any amount, not hyperextending, getting into the hamstring attachment of, well, for me, the right leg here. Hips can sway a little bit, getting into all attachments as well. You can play around with flexing or pointing this bottom foot. And really, I just like to add these extra movements because it does get into all the different attachments. We're not just one part little connections. It's a full body experience. So we can go back and forth from lunge and then straightening. If you want to add some breath to elongate, inhale and exhale, lengthen. Taking these lunges and straightening experiences for, well, who knows, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever your body wants. Then option, hands come inside this front foot. We can lower the back knee down, untuck toes, bring hips as far forward as possible. And the knee, it's okay if it goes a little bit over the toes as long as there's no pain. Hands can come in, on, whatever, feeling connection with front thigh. So you can stay here really getting deeply into this back hip flexor or moving back into our quad. Keep the weight over the front foot, hands come down. Option with this left hand or same as foot, we find the foot, bring it in, and the goal is to bring the heel towards or to the sit bone. My quads tend to be a bit tighter. And from here, we can rock the hips a little side to side. One more variation of this quad stretch is bring hand down, opposite hand comes back, twisting, find the foot, bring the heel in, and find quad stretch. Most importantly, keep the weight forward towards the front foot and really off that back knee. If there's any pain, you can place a blanket, a towel underneath the knee. And then you can just go back and forth, lunge and straighten, lunge, lower, quad, etc., etc. And there you have it. Hey there. Today we're going to use just a tiny bit of ballet technique to strengthen our gastrocnemius, or in other terms, this high belly of our low leg, connecting to the Achilles tendon all the way down to our heel. So starting, you can either use hands on hips, or I like to have a bar, or a chair in this case. And we'll start with our legs parallel. No external rotation. The feet are rooting down, the core is pulling up, and the tailbone is dropping down. From here, legs stay straight as we rise up nice and slow. and then slowly start to lower down. Rising up, energizing through front of legs and back, slowly lowering down like we're in thick water. Rising up for 2, lower down for 2. Rise it up for 2, lower down for 2. We'll keep doing this, starting to maybe notice some sensation in the back of the low legs. Again, really keeping the knees as straight as possible and keeping the ankles so they move towards each other rather than out as such. This is very dangerous for this lateral side of our ankles. So we want to keep our alignment. And when you start to notice that there's a little bit of burning, probably after 10 or 15 reps, then we take a moment, we come back down. I like to shake things out. So we'll take a little shake out, and then we'll come back to the same idea except external rotation or turnout, in which we rotate the femur in its hip socket, keeping the legs still in alignment. My external rotation is semi-minuscule, but it still works. So core pulls in, we rise up, lengthening, inner thighs are also beginning to activate, lowering down through thick water. Rising up and creating our own resistance as we lower down. This is another moment where we want to try to keep our alignment of the heels, the ankles, from moving in this what we call sickled way. As you can see, my left foot is sickling. The lateral ankle needs to come back, so most of the weight is towards the big toe. This keeps more protection, less likely to find an injured ankle. If we think of our skeleton and just line up each joint, one on top of the other, shoulders over pelvis, hips over knees, knees over toes, then we're most likely to keep our body in its healthiest state. So again, we'll do this rising up and down for about 10 to 15 reps. Now I'd recommend on your own coming back and repeating both the parallel variation, taking another 10 to 15 reps. Same thing, the external rotation, another 10 to 15. And then if you'd like, adding a third set, your choice. And here's one more option, as I shake out my legs, here's one more option to get into our gastrocnemius as well. So we'll start with the ballet tendu, stretching through the feet, external rotation as well. And we take a stretch, fully pointing the foot, and then bringing it back in. Now if you listen carefully, you hear that squeaking? My foot against the earth. It's really actually a massage of the foot and the floor against each other. Using the strength through the foot, connecting to the floor is what gives us the resistance to not only activate through our low leg, but also to start to strengthen the feet. Everything ultimately is connected. I'll take the other side as well. So I'm tenduing out, stretching, and then coming back in. And we listen again. My foot's stuck. You can wear socks if you get too sticky. I tend to stick to the floor. Scrape and scrape. Good. So we can take about 10 to 15 tendus as well. And the whole time really elongating through legs. And if you want to keep going with thinking about things, bring that front core in. Lengthen the spine. Bring the shoulder blades down the back. The ballet technique is full of needing to focus on different body parts in order to find this holistic wellness or artistry. So we'll say I did 15. I lost count. Let's do another 15 to the side. Okay, I'm going to pretend I did 15 because I know these are short videos. We'll say that's 15 right there. And then we'll finish this 1 through 15. Well, that was easy, right? And then to finish, let's just take one little, what we call a balance. So we're rising back up, feeling the weight centered between all 10 toes, but just a tiny, tiny bit more towards the biggest toe in front. Lifting up through core, rotating through femurs, and then we can bring our front arm, or one arm, to first position. And then if you'd like to test your balance, you can let go of the bar, and then bring the other one. I see a lot of students kind of go into this kind of position, ouch, okay? So I'm losing all my core strength, and my ankles are shooting backwards. That's really, really not so healthy for the body. So keep those ankles in alignment, pressing forward, and then activate through front core. Okay, I'll come back to my bar. And you can stay here as long as you want. Smile, read. Do I dare say text? No, I'm on a text break. So let's just stay here.
All right, at the very end, just face your bar and stretch it out. Take your one leg, and I like to bend and stretch a little bit. It does get into the soleus, the gastrocnemius as well. Just feel, your body will tell you how it needs to release, just honoring that voice. Other leg. It's so good to strengthen our muscles, but then on the other side, once we strengthen them, it's very important to stretch them out as well. Balance. All right, there you have it. Have a great day. Let's start with a little bit of basic ballet today. You can either stand next to a wall, or if you have a chair or couch or something, you can place your hand on it. Otherwise, we'll bring our hands to our hips to start off. Ballet is complete external rotation, so we'll rotate outside in, femurs into the hip sockets. And then starting to pull belly button in, drop the tailbone, shoulders are down the back, hands rest. Take a deep breath in. We'll exhale. Keep this length and the core held the entire time. We'll bend the knees and stretch and rise and lower. As if you're moving through water, so there's a bit of resistance. Good. We'll always keep the knees over the toes. Protect our joints. Bend and stretch and rise. Good. Keep going. 1 and 2 and 3. You're feeling adductors, inner thighs start to squeeze together, and they're pulling up through quads, hip flexors. Good. Basic foundation for any ballet class. Demi-plie and rise. Good. Option to bring the arms out to second position. Elbows are a little bit higher than the wrists. This helps to activate through the deltoids, the shoulders. Energy is lengthening. Good. Let's take one more plie, and we'll stretch our feet into second position. Same thing, demi and stretch and rise. Good. And demi, stretch and rise. Bringing heat to the muscles. Good. Feeling the heels always land on the floor. Press, stretch and rise. Stretch smooth and fluid. Option again, arms can move to second position. Reaching out. Good. Starting to feel a little burning in those lower limbs. Good. Take one more. Plie, come back to first position. We'll take tendu stretch and close. We're stretching, pointing and close. Brushing through the floor like you're massaging the floor with the foot. The legs stay externally rotated. Not what normal humans like to do, but in ballet, it is rule number 1. Arms can reach out to second position. We're trying to root through the supporting leg as if the inner thighs are facing the front. Good, and stretch, close, and stretch, close. Let's take 2 more on this side. We're taking tendu devant, other side, and stretch. As we keep reaching, it's just constant balance of energy, pulling in through spine and extending out through limbs. The hard part I find is breathing. So try to breathe. Option, we can bring our arms up to fifth position, over the head, slightly in front of the face. Finding this balance of strength and softness. Take a couple more. Good. We'll bring our arms out to second position. Reconnect core, and we'll start tendu. Brushing stretch and close, and stretch, close. This is a wonderful way to warm up the feet, especially when you're preparing to do more sautés, petit allegro, or basically jumps. Good, let's take the other side. Ready, and stretch. Keep constantly going back into those sensations of balance, extension, and control your belly button to spine. Good. Arms go down, let's take our bend, and stretch. And bend, and stretch. Good, arms go to first position. Stretch, and rise. And plie, and stretch. Arms out, we'll take dégagé. Up, and close. Very similar to our tendu, except we're brushing off the floor about an inch. Using the foot to press off the floor, to press. Someday this will become a jump off of the floor. Let's switch legs. Press. At any time your arms start to get uncomfortable, you can bring them back to your hips. So bring under your shoulders. Or pulling the wall. Make that work too. Good. We'll take it to the side. Bring our arms to brava. Low arms, 2. And close. Every limb is involved. Stabilizing, working way, trying to maintain balance. So we can look like those graceful ballerinas on the stage. Good. Switch it 1. And close. And 2. Close. And reach. And reach. Good. Arms to first. And 2. Arms to second. Good. Coming back to first, we'll take a passe or reach right up. Lower and down. In theory, you're trying to draw a line of dust up the front of the leg and lower. The femur is rotating in the hip socket. And we're, of course, trying to balance. Up. Let's take the other side as well. Switch it 1. And lower. Rooting, rising, breathing. 2 more. You got this. Up. 1. And down. Last one. Up. And down. Rising up. Drop the shoulders, lift the belly button, and lower the heels. We'll take a step and a curtsy. Thank you. It's fast and just a little bit flirty. So we'll start learning slow. Take all the time you need and repeat, repeat, repeat. So we'll start with feet together, just taking a centered breath, and then we'll take a step forward, step, and step. Easy enough, right? Let's add some hands to this. It's as if you have a handful of sand and you're spinning it through, letting the sand drip down. A little flip, a little flip. There's resistance here, so it's not just a floppy hand. So we have that together. We step and we step. Then we'll have to the side, hip and hip. Taking that again, taking a bit of hip movement and shoulders as well. Hip, shoulder, hand, and step. We have hip and hip. From here, we'll shift the weight and then flick it all away. Arms go up. So you're really shifting, ta-da, up. Good. Whole thing, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. From there, we'll just point to the side, reach, together, and reach. Another shift, hip and hip. Your weight is fully on this opposite side now. So feet together, we had point, together, point, hip and hip, and then like you're pulling something out of this same sand, reaching and extending out. From here, we'll take isolation, wrist and hip together. Yeah, if you want, you can add a little head as you look to the side, the other side, the side, the side. Head does not matter though. From there, drop the arms, and then ribs come in. Nice cannonball to the stomach. We'll call it a contraction. We're in. So from the beginning, 6, 7, 8. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Point 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. Look or not. 3, 4, 5, 6. One more flick. 7, 8. In place, as if we're kicking our sit bones. We'll take these little flicks. However, it is still facing the front. Make sure heels land. We'll flick 1, 2, 3, and 4. Again, 5, 6, 7, and touch on 8. Okay, so from the side view again, keep your core in. We want to protect that low back. And then heels are landing every time. So we keep our shins and shin splints away. So from there, we have flick, flick, pump, pump, pump. 5, 6, 7, and touch. This is a little bit of just small movements with those feet, trying to keep it as quiet as possible. Keyword as possible. I'm just swaying a little bit with those hips. The shoulders follow along. Count-wise, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to point in this direction, passe 7, and we step 8, 1, 2, we have a pas de barre, 3 and 4. From there, just a little bit of a salsa, 6, 7, 8. Let's try all that. From the beginning, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.78. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. From here, we'll have the hands as if you're covering your face. Someone found out a secret or something. Whoa, a little bit of surprise there. So we'll take our shoulder around, open arms and one hand. Repeat, shoulder, shoulder, out, down. Same idea here, cannonball into stomach. So we're taking that contraction, a C shape through body. From face being covered, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We take a high or low kick to the side, whatever distance the leg is going. Keep all limbs really long. Can be as high as you want, but most importantly, try to keep hip down. We don't want to go here, makes the sacrum, the low back get not so great. So we're up, and then we have a step back, a step, and this crazy looking, kind of like a drunken Charleston walk, in which we step, and step, and step. It's fun. Have as much fun as you want there. It's like punch, punch, punch. Yeah? All right, let's try that last part one more time. 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last time from the top with counts. 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Point 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.78. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Salsa. 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Thank you. Welcome to part 2. We just finished our little crazy Charleston type walk. So from here, we'll just take a little circle around ourselves, taking feet in almost like just a little cross pattern. So we're crossing, step cross, step cross, step cross. It's really just a matter of getting around, keeping that heart rate going. A little faster, it moves as finishing, and we step crossed, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The next part is a Charleston, so I won't break down the Charleston now since it's in a different video, but we'll take our arms a little bit more fancy this time. So up, 3, 4, 5, 6. We passe 7, flex 8. On this part, scoop that core and drop the shoulder blades down the back. Keep the neck long. Try to avoid any of this. It is not comfortable in the neck. So we're here, pressing away. We'll shift the weight front and back. So we're going forward. Keep the knee over the toes, and then coming back again. And 2, and 3. And our last one is a shift forward, cross the back leg over with this little arm reach. This is the moment to breathe as we turn around, bending the knees. Just take your time to turn around, and then we have a little pose. Let's do that all again from our party walk here. Ta, ta, we step, cross, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, use that turnaround as a moment to breathe, since the rest of the dance is so much in that cardio sense of placement. So we ended here. From here, it's another moment where you can sort of breathe as we sway the hip away and then tap some drums. And we sway tap some drums. Same idea, a little faster. Ta, tap, ta, tap. You can repeat again this medium speed, or if you feel like it, we shift the rhythm and have step, tap, 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 tap. Obviously, the first round will be as large as you can make it. Pa, as large as you can make it. Still kind of large. And then this one is much more concise because it's much faster, okay? Again, if you take the second too slow and choose to take the last round slow as well, or medium speed, that works as well. From here, we go back to those little steps, keeping something between the thighs so we avoid this stature of our position. Little, almost like you're running in place, but not quite. Now for this, the heels are actually up, but we keep the activation reaching through the earth and then pulling up, so we're not putting our full weight into our lovely tibias or shins. Okay, so we do this for a long time with the feet. Then the arms are concise. So we have an elbow, and then like we're swimming backwards. Straight arm, over the head, repeating. Elbow leads, straight, bend. And you notice my torso is moving as well. I'm not controlling the torso, but because body parts are connected, it moves with the arm initiation. And being on the toes actually helps, I think, helps the isolation help. Whew. Ta-ta, 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 ta-ta. That actually can really get into those front lateral pecs, front delts as well. Let's do all that together. From funky walk, we're walking, pa, pa, pa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, shoulders down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, breathe. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Slow, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Woo, and then from here, adding anything you want, doing a repeat, or just continuing to find fun moves for this little pretend run in place, adding another set of Charlestons. Possibilities are endless. Once the cardio, the heart, the breath start flowing, then a little bit more enthusiasm can start to rise in the body. As you can hear, I'm out of breath, and sometimes that allows us to release inhibition and just have fun. So have fun. Welcome to part 2. We just finished our little crazy Charleston type walk. So from here, we'll just take a little circle around ourselves, taking feet in almost like just a little cross pattern. So we're crossing, step cross, step cross, step cross. It's really just a matter of getting around, keeping that heart rate going. A little faster, it moves as finishing, and we're going to step cross, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The next part is a Charleston, so I won't break down the Charleston now since it's in a different video, but we'll take our arms a little bit more fancy this time. So up, 3, 4, 5, 6. We passe 7, flex 8. On this part, scoop that core and drop the shoulder blades down the back. Keep the neck long. Try to avoid any of this. It is not comfortable in the neck. So we're here, pressing away. We'll shift the weight front and back. So we're going forward. Keep the knee over the toes, and then coming back again. And 2, and 3. And our last one is a shift forward, cross the back leg over with this little arm reach. This is the moment to breathe as we turn around, bending the knees. Just take your time to turn around, and then we have a little pose. Let's do that all again from our party walk here. Ta, ta, we step, cross, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, use that turnaround as a moment to breathe, since the rest of the dance is so much in that cardio sense of placement. So we ended here. From here, it's another moment where you can sort of breathe as we sway the hip away and then tap some drums. And we sway, tap some drums. Same idea, a little faster. Ta, tap, ta, tap. You can repeat again this medium speed, or if you feel like it, we shift the rhythm and have step, tap, 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 tap. Obviously, the first round will be as large as you can make it. Pa. As large as you can make it, still kind of large. And then this one is much more concise because it's much faster, okay? Again, if you take the second to slow and choose to take the last round slow as well, or medium speed, that works as well. From here, we go back to those little steps, keeping something between the thighs so we avoid this stature of our position. Little, almost like you're running in place, but not quite. Now for this, the heels are actually up, but we keep the activation reaching through the earth and then pulling up, so we're not putting our full weight into our lovely tibias or shins. Okay, so we do this for a long time with the feet. Then the arms are concise. So we have an elbow and an elbow. And then like we're swimming backwards, straight arm, over the head, repeating. Elbow leads, straight, bend. And you notice my torso is moving as well. I'm not controlling the torso, but because body parts are connected, it moves with the arm initiation. And being on the toes actually helps, I think, helps the isolation help. Whew. Ta-ta, 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 ta-ta. That actually can really get into those front lateral pecs, front delts as well. Let's do all that together. From funky walk, we're walking, pa, pa, pa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Shoulders down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Slow. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Woo, and then from here, adding anything you want, doing a repeat, or just continuing to find fun moves for this little pretend run in place, adding another set of Charlestons. Possibilities are endless. Once the cardio, the heart, the breath start flowing, then a little bit more enthusiasm can start to arise in the body. As you can hear, I'm out of breath, and sometimes that allows us to release inhibition and just have fun. So have fun. The middle of the week, just finished doing my taxes, my head's about to explode, and it's raining. So let's do a little bit of energy in this space, a little bit of movement, just a way to let go and start fresh. All right, deep breath in. Let's just start running in place. You can always get that activity level up, get the energy moving even when it's raining outside or cold or stormy or whatever's happening. Let's take a little salsa step here, side, together, and side, together, side. You can get those hips moving as much as you want. If you don't like the hips, just take it with the feet. Yeah, it doesn't have to get hip movement in there, but it can. The point is to move, get that energy going. Take it as low to the floor as you want. Now take it to the front. Same idea, but a little jump. That jump gets the heart rate going a little bit more. Be careful to bend the knees in your landing. And reach out, stretch over to the side. Other way. Again, opening those lungs. And take a deep lunge. Stretch the leg. Bend both or up. Other way. And stretch. Bend both. Come back up. And we'll take a little step across. And one. You can add any arms you want. This Thank you.